Well, hello guys, Golden Junior here, back from my channel trailer, but my last video was a Johnny one. I didn't talk then, but here I am again, and welcome to flOw. Now, you might be wondering, oh, where's that Johnny Let's Play you promised? Well, due to time restraints, I can't do it right now. But what I can do is at least the first episode of flOw, and I've decided to play flOw, obviously, as you can see, so yeah. Now this is flOw, the PS4 version, obviously. This is the actual game itself, not the one in the collector's edition. I do have that one, but yeah. So yeah, just sit back and relax. This is the first game that game company ever made, and it's a really good one in my opinion. All of the games are great, and I just decided, hey, I'll play flOw. I'll play flOw, and when I get the chance I'll play Johnny and then just release that separately. So I think I'm going to do a complete series of flOw, and then end it off with Johnny, and then we'll see what happens from there. See what time it is and what we can do. So yeah, starting off here, this creature in development was actually nicknamed the Snake. Also, my episode title is named the Snake, so you know why I named it that. And yeah, a little background on that game company. They made a PC game called Cloud, and it was okay. Definitely a less popular game. Not many people know about it. Then they made a Flash game called flOw, the computer version. Sony saw this and loved it and asked them to make it for the PlayStation market, and they agreed. So they did it. They started doing it for the PS2. Then the PS3 came out, and it was scheduled for a launch title. So they changed it over to PS3, but multiple changes and delays made it. It was still like near launch, but it wasn't a launch title like it was supposed to be. After that, they got a contract to make 3 games, and this was the first one. So flOw, then Flower, and then Johnny. And the controls of this game, you just tilt around the controller and the creature moves, and you press one button to speed around. So yeah, that's basically the controls and other such things. Also, as I just mentioned, that they had the contract. After the contract, they haven't made a game since, but there's been rumors of a new game out by that game company called Polygon. Who knows where it's gonna go? For flOw, there was one DLC released, and basically it gave one extra trophy, which was for eating 10 green winged fish, and there's none in this episode. But so yeah, those will just float around, and it basically it just gives you a trophy. One extra character that didn't initially make it in, but they finished it and added in on the DLC. So one extra character that's kind of similar to another, the winged fish, and another trophy. So yeah, that's what came in the flOw DLC. Now, even if you have the collector's edition, you can still get the flOw DLC. It doesn't come with the collector's edition though. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it doesn't. So yeah, this is flOw. It's the PS4 version again, not the PS3 version. And yeah. Now, its next game, Flower, that was a launch title for the PS4. Even though Flower was not created, but it was one of the first games put out for the PS4. Now, flOw and Flower were remade for the PS Vita. Johnny was not, but if you wanted on the PS Vita, you can always do the remote play of the PS4. And these creatures I just killed are called the jellyfish. That was their nickname. And yeah, I'm just moving around, collecting these guys, getting longer. But anyway, back to Flower. And flOw, they were on the PS Vita, and Johnny wasn't. You could do it from remote play though. flOw and Flower were also on the PS4. They were remastered for the PS4, and so was Johnny. The collector's edition that came out in the PS3 was also remastered for the PS4. So yeah, Johnny was on the PS3. Johnny, Flower, and flOw were all on the PS3 and PS4 via the actual game, a collector's edition, and only flOw and Flower were on the PS Vita. So yeah. Ooh, it's like, this is the boss jellyfish, as I like to call it. He's the boss of them all. I take him down, and I take down the big boss snake, but I don't take down the big boss shark. Now I forget what they call the speedy ones with the sharp edges, which you'll see later on here. But I forget what I call them, but I'm gonna nickname it the shark. I'll tell you each of the nicknames throughout the game. So this is a snake right now, or as the team nicknamed it, and I'm going to keep that nickname because I feel like it suits well. Yeah. So I hope you guys are enjoying this bit of FLOW gameplay, and yeah, let's continue on here. Just got to get the red version. I think this is the big boss snake right here. Yeah, this is the boss snake right here. Get the little guys. These are like his babies, but I don't like to think it like that because it makes me sad that I'm eating them. Besides, I like to think of that guy, and we can still have babies, but I mean, like, he can still have kids. But I don't like to think about it like that. So I'll eat those guys. Where the heck is up? Here he is. Eat this guy. He's the boss snake, and he's. Oh, if you're white, that just means you're normal. If your character or another creature turns blue, that means they're scared and they'll run away as fast as they can. If they're red, that means they're angry and they're going to attack you until you die or until they get scared enough to go away. And again, white just means they're fine. Also, the more you eat, the more beautiful you get and get like wings and stuff on the side. As you can see, they're like little things that span out. And there's plenty of trophies. If you saw in the beginning, friends can just jump in. Like, the only distinction, they might have like a different looking mouth, or like they'll have a green tint to them, or a blue tint, or an orange tint, or a yellow tint, a red tint, or purple tint, all that jazz. Up to 8 people can play FLOW at a time. And if you didn't know, flower, the next team flowers, they actually just added on to FLOW. They basically just added an ER on the end to make the new game cool. And FLOW is always represented as FLW. And in flowers, speaking of, there's a trophy called FLOW, which is actually, you go into this cave and see paintings of the FLOW creatures as a reference to the first game. And in Journey, there's also one where if you go if you submerge the entire tower full of water and go to the bottom, you'll find the snake, and you'll just swim around and like chirp at him for a while, sing to him or bong to him or whatever you want to call it. And a trophy will pop up called Ancestor. You can also do this if you fill up the entire room with water and go into the whale, like the hammerhead whale cloth room, into his room. If you just swim around, you'll see the shark one, the pointy one, swimming around. You can do the same thing with him, though most people do it with the snake, and I find it easier to do it with the snake. Sometimes the shark is a bit harder to find because he can swim he can swim all over the place. And yeah. Anyway, so there can be multiple people. Anyway, back to the fun thing. There can be multiple people in FLOW. Always nice, and as said, very distinct. And like, more people, you can get a trophy called Partners, and it's like one for not taking any damage, one for not dying at all, one for not eating anything, one for eating everything, one for eating only the creatures, one for eating everything but the creatures, and one for, and just, yeah, all that stuff. And like, there's one for like just sitting there for 30 minutes at the end credits, I think, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, there's the spiky fish you saw right there. That's the one I like to call shark. And down below us is the boss spiky fish, or the boss shark, which is actually the boss for this level, meaning we're nearing the end. I just chose to skip him because he's a hassle to deal with. And speaking of the bosses in this game, Aware, this one constantly stays on the screen. The next level we go through, he kind of wanders on and off. It's kind of like Aware sighting, and the other one's kind of gone because they originally had that in, but they took it out. And here's the egg. It's surrounded by a bunch of creatures, and those little creatures are what you'll become. And we just ate the egg. Now we still have control, but control's soon gonna go away, and then we're soon gonna go down. And here we go. And our next creature, next time we'll be playing as the jellyfish in pink waters instead of blue ones. So, see you guys next time and keep on joining. Bye!